Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Jill. This video is dedicated to all of the amazing men out there. I hope you enjoy. Pride is the feeling or pleasure derived from one's own achievement. So who decided what these achievements were? And why do we need to achieve anything anyway? Are we less valuable if we aren't achieving something? And what we are achieving is satisfying to society? When we are operating to satisfy the outer world, we are operating in codependency. Because when we are living inside of ourselves, connected to our soul, which is connected to God, we understand that we are valuable just because we exist. Because when we look at ourselves through God's eyes, we are God's perfect creation, just as we are. So begin to ask yourself when you're feeling these things, am I operating in codependency? Why do I have the need to be perceived as a certain way to people? It's exhausting living that way. Many of you are doing things that are out of alignment, trying to be pleasing. That creates stress, depression, dissatisfaction with life. The ego is just trying to protect you in the form of pride, but it's not necessary. It is a good skill to have, and it can be useful if you are truly in a threatening situation. You may need to be pleasing in order to save your life. More often than not, though, we're not living in that type of society anymore. If you are currently living in that type of society and parts of this world, always choose life. There's nothing wrong with self-preservation. That is a beautiful thing. Do not condemn yourself or think less of yourself for doing that. When the time allows and the threat is over, then you can get out of that situation and come back to yourself and live a more aligned life. So we don't want to discount that part of our ego. We just need to be aware and living with intention of what is exactly is happening outside of us and inside of us, to know if we need to make some subtle shifts in order to be aligned, which creates peace. Also, when we're living with the mentality of achievements in order to be valuable, then we perceive people to be less valuable or valuable based on these achievements as well. And that's not fair. It's an unrealistic standard to put on ourselves and others. You are more than your achievements. Just because you exist, you are beautiful, you are special, and nothing and no one can take that away. I know it feels better to be popular and socially accepted. Every human being struggles with this to certain degrees. But it eats away at your soul when you're living this way and out of alignment with who you truly are. Some of you may be achieving things that are personal goals that you've set for yourself. So you may be thinking, does this apply? You could be living in a mountain and only come out of the mountain once a month to buy supplies, so you're rarely dealing with people, and yet you've set an achievement for yourself, maybe an exercise goal, an eating goal. So then begin to see yourself that you are still operating a codependency with your own ego. Because the ego is equipped to try to survive at all costs. What if you don't achieve what you want to achieve, or the goals that you've set for yourself? Are you less valuable now? Less relevant? Is something wrong if you only run 2 miles instead of 5 miles that day? Stop pressuring yourself to live up to some sort of expectation. Being healthy is a beautiful thing. That's not the point. But when it comes at a cost to try to achieve an advance, then you're living outside of yourself. Go with the flow of life. When you wake up every day, what feels good to you that day? Check in with yourself. Why are you doing what you are doing? Is it for yourself or to be pleasing to others? You'll know by how you feel inside. If you are not at peace, then you're out of alignment, which most likely means you're doing something outside of yourself. Do things that make you feel good, that bring peace inside of you. The younger you are, the more difficult this will be to do, because you may be still living under the views of your parents and caregivers, maybe even your teachers and your peers. And so you haven't had enough life on your own independently to discover what is good for you and aligned to you. But that's okay. This is a lifelong journey. This is not about perfection. It's living with intention every day. Why are you doing the things that you are doing? Taking inventory, and as it's happening, you can pause and make a subtle shift to come back to yourself and back into alignment. As you start doing this for yourself, then you will have more patience with people and stop putting unrealistic expectations on them as well. You might start attracting and be attracted to a different kind of person going forward, where the two of you can be sovereign, self-governing, and respect that of each other. You don't have to live at their standard, and they don't have to live at yours. You can live in peace with each other, accepting each other fully for who you are. First, we need to do that for ourselves, so that way we can identify others who are operating that same way. And when you start doing that, you will notice relationships in your life begin to change. Co-workers, colleagues, family members. They might elevate because you're elevating, or it might push them away because they struggle being at that elevated level. You are an amazing human being just for existing. Not because of your achievements, not because of your gifts, not because of your talents or your good looks or the possessions that you have. We can appreciate those things, and they are blessings. But we do not put our confidence in them. We only put our confidence in God and trust life to unfold naturally without forcing an outcome and living in codependency. Be gentle with yourself on this journey. Nothing and no one has power over you. Be humble, be calm, and be gentle. Especially with other people. You possess a quiet strength that allows you to do that. And you can change the atmosphere with your calm, beautiful, strong energy. Just your presence commands leadership. But don't do it from the ego. Do it from your heart and your soul. Always consulting God. Don't humanize God. God is above us. Don't put religion above you, or God, or politics. God is beyond all of these things. When we humanize God, we pressure ourselves in trying to be something that we're not. This unrealistic expectation of perfection, which humans have created. God knows who you are already. God created you. So there's no hiding. Be vulnerable, be authentic, and just start talking to God if you haven't been or never have. Just start having a normal conversation. It doesn't have to be at a church through another man. It can be on your way to work, on your way home from work. Just share what is going on with you. God is the greatest therapist in this world. No one will love you as much as God does in this world. Just as you cannot love someone as much as God loves them, but we do our best. So it is our job to come into alignment with ourselves, the way God created us, and then seek out people who are aligned to us. Being kind and open with everyone, but being mindful of who we choose to be in our inner circle. Only allow in people that are aligned to you. If you are currently in a relationship that is not aligned to you, then get out. Allow yourself to feel that pain and the guilt that you might experience of hurting them. Trust everyone is going to be okay. Start coming back to yourself and finding out who you are. I want to thank you for trusting me on your healing journey. I look forward to seeing you next time.